Okay, making an offer. So you found a property that you love. Congratulations, that's the first step. So now you want to submit an offer. So there's a couple things you need to think about when submitting an offer. Most obviously, your realtor is going to help you through this process. Within the offer, there are some kind of form things. There are certain things that buyers always pay. There are certain things that sellers always pay. Your realtor is going to guide you through those things. But talking about price, it's important to look at the comparable properties that have sold in the neighborhood that you're interested in, where this house is. So that's the most important thing, is looking not just at what other things are listed at, but it's what's sold. What have buyers paid in the last 6 months in that neighborhood? Because that's what an appraiser is going to look at. And if you're using a lender, you're going to have an appraisal, and that appraiser is going to look at the properties that have sold. It doesn't matter if the house next door is listed for $300,000 more or less. It's what buyers have paid in that neighborhood that determines the value of any house. That determines market value. So look at the comparable properties, ask your realtor to, pull up those properties and show you the numbers, and then that's really how you're going to determine what your offer price should be. Obviously, condition of the home, if it needs some work or if it's fully upgraded, those are going to all play into the true market value, appraisal value. Something else is typically in this market right now in Las Vegas, we're pretty level as far as a buyer's market, seller's market. It's not really leaning favorably more towards one or the other, which is great. Everything's pretty fair, so for both sides. But it is normal for a buyer to ask for a home warranty, that the seller pays for that home warranty for a year. So typically they're going to run about $600-ish, kind of ballpark, for a year warranty. It's something that's super important for a buyer to have. It's just kind of peace of mind, at least that first year, that if something goes wrong, you have the warranty to back you up. And I'll do a whole nother video on the difference between a home warranty versus homeowner's insurance, because they do cover different things. The other thing is, also when you're making an offer, something to note in the additional comments is if there's things in the property that you want, like specific personal property. If there's an outdoor kitchen that doesn't necessarily convey, so the appliances, it's got a stove out there, or if there's mounted TVs, that's something you want to make a note of as well, because you want to clarify, is that seller going to take those TVs down? Are they going to take the mounts down? And then you're going to have these huge holes all over the walls. So that's something you want to clarify up front in the offer. You're going to want to maybe ask that they leave those mounted TVs, or they leave, certain things, that the patio set, or, is the furniture negotiable? So those are all things that kind of play into an offer. But again, you're going to talk with the realtor that is helping you to decide all of those ins and outs to make your offer clean and competitive, and something that the seller's going to respond to, where it's not just we're going to lowball and keep our fingers crossed. I mean, there's situations where you can do that, but a lot of things play into situations like that. How many days has the property been on the market, and that kind of thing. So many different variables go into making the offer when it comes to a specific property, but that's pretty much kind of how that whole thing plays out, and hopefully you get your offer accepted and you move on to opening escrow. Thanks.